Well, the key to business continuity and to stay alive during a disaster is really planning beforehand. The last time to do your plan is 3 days before a hurricane landfall. So it really involves planning in advance, and these plans take a long time to execute and put in place. But it's not too early to start the planning to really look forward to protect yourself for the future. Part of the plan that's important, obviously backing up your data, but that's sort of like table stakes now. Everyone backs up their data. During a disaster, what often happens is that people will have the data protected in tape form, but they'll be running around with tapes, nowhere to load them. The systems will be down, and as we've come to understand is that when the systems are down, the law firm is down. No communication, no coordination, no document filings, no preparation for litigation, etc. So really, understanding having the data safe is just sort of table stakes. Where we're seeing the market move to is now more that business continuity, so that if something does happen to your primary location, your secondary location can take over and run those base services for you. Oftentimes you'll see these plans where folks are all going to gather in one specific place outside of town or another nearby town or another office. And what we've seen through 9/11 and Katrina and now with Gustav and Ike, that really doesn't happen. In reality, people are taking care of their families and sort of scattering. And especially after Katrina, we saw that people were all throughout 50 United States and trying to connect back in remotely. And a lot of firms had central meeting places that just really, people didn't go there very often. They really did work remotely. So putting your plan in place, understanding that firm employees have families that they're taking care of and are all going to different destinations. And the one common thread that binds them all together is internet access. And people are coming in through the internet. So the best plans that we've seen have that provision built into them. If your data is compromised and you've lost data, you've got a serious recovery effort. A lot of the statistics that came out show that firms that have had significant data loss tend to lose a significant amount of business, if not fold altogether. So protecting the data is an absolute critical part of your plan. Storing that data offsite, preferably several hundred miles away, so that you do basically have that firm protection that you can always default back to whatever that backup time is. Right now, the best thing to do is to really look at your plan. If you don't have a plan, start putting one together. They take a while to put together, but start right away. If you have a plan in place, you need to make sure that you do a couple of different things. Refresh it. A lot of times plans can be done as a concerted effort, and then they sit on the shelf and they're not either tested, which is very important to do an annual test of your plan to make sure everything falls into place, but then also updated. The firm changes, applications change, data changes, clients change, and making sure that you can keep that plan up to date it needs to be part of someone's job to keep that plan up to date.